Hello traders, welcome to Aftab Forex. This is your weekly Forex forecast for the upcoming week starting from Monday 14th of October 2024 and the week ends on Friday 18th of October 2024. I'll dive into different markets and different market structure, different market trends, identification of different support and resistance levels, and obviously before that I will definitely like to discuss what's going on right now in the market as well. Plus, I will also be discussing what was my point of view in the last week. So first of all, last week I have discussed dollar CHF, pound dollar, dollar yen, euro US dollar, AUD USD, dollar CAD, crude oil. This week I'm going to add crude oil as well. New Zealand US dollar will be added to the forecast, and gold US dollar. Obviously we cannot miss gold, so it's all also standing at a very nice and fantastic zone. So first of all, let's have a look at the previous week and on the dollar CHF H4 time frame. Last week, as I have clearly mentioned, that this level of 0.86063 is going to be a super fantastic sell area on the H4, and right here result is 78 pips, and then obviously this is going to be 62 pips in the market last week on the basis of the previous analysis. Moreover, in the previous analysis I discussed that I am going to take buying opportunities all the way from 0.85083 and 0.84844. So till now, so far the market has not reached right here, but last week one thing that was missing, and that was on the daily time frame. If you see, let me zoom in the chart right here a little bit. So if you can see 1 2 3 4 and 5, so last week the market closed very bullish, and when I gave that analysis I said that this sell can only be traded on the H4, and obviously it gave us that opportunity to trade it on the H4. But on the daily there was no trade in general. If I say, there was no particular and nice and fantastic trade in my opinion. Why? Because this candle closed when last week I was analyzing the market, so this was closed very bullish. Now this week we also have this opportunity to say that market almost tried to break this particular level in the previous week, but it could not. So in the upcoming week this level of 0.86063 is going to be again a very super beneficial zone for us. Now remember everyone, those of you who want to trade it to the buy side or to the sell side of the market, that depends totally on how you look at the market at a certain period, right? So on the daily and now on the H4, market is very nicely rejected from 0.86063, the last week this level I have discussed. So this is the previous week. Now moving on to the euro US dollar, right here last week I took one long-term trade obviously, and that long-term trade has a stop loss of around 120 pips, while the take profit was 138 pips, pretty much 1:1. So right here on these two candles I took a buying decisions, but euro US dollar at this particular stage is standing a little bit to the critical side of the market. Why? Because we are observing very low volume candle, so obviously this rejection, but at this moment there is no good level. Now last week obviously there was no sell area, so we have to also rethink about it, that where these sellers come from. If the market was bullish and if it was standing at a very nice bullish level, where does these sellers come from? So I will be discussing this as well. Then the dollar yen I discussed 149.378. So I discussed this particular in different forecasts and in different videos, and some of them who are following it all the way from right here with me, I will highly suggest. Obviously this is now a closure area. So same as the dollar CHF last week 149.378, this dollar yen was also supposed to be dropping very quickly from here. Also, this area was a nice sell area. So again, last week I said it can be traded nicely on the H4. I'm not sure how many of you took this 187, but this was 100% sure, because if you see, it barely touched 149.373 right here and suddenly fell down, giving us 117 pips from the dollar yen. So I will further be explaining this. Then on the pound dollar, I said it's going to drop, and it did, no doubt. This market at this particular stage last week, if you see 1 2 3 4 5, it closed indecision and bullish, we can say, right? Because right after a very heavy sell, we have seen this particular candlestick pattern. So it again drive this market crazy down towards 1.30046, and it was predicted all the way from 1.32952. If you check my previous videos, I'm sure you will get this particular plan for educational purposes, obviously, because you cannot trade this anymore. This is now the past data. So it's been the second week, this particular zone 1.3038 and 1.3004. This was supposed to be for a buying zone, and right here, if we see, the market pretty much gave around 50 pips right here from this particular zone. And obviously, just like last week, what I said, I will be following that as well. Let's see, if I discuss dollar CAD last week, the levels should be on the chart. Well, not as such. Aussie, I didn't discuss. Okay, so let's start this particular analysis. And right here, as you can see, on the dollar CHF, it is standing at a very nice and fantastic level at this particular moment. Why a very fantastic zone this is? Let me tell you that this is being rejected on a weekly basis in the market. Now remember everyone, whenever the market is in such situation, we definitely have to think about the market, and we have to take some wise and sophisticated decisions. So as you can see on this dollar CHF, as it's trading very nicely and fantastic, on the week close, we have seen a very fantastic candle as well. That still suggests that the market can further continue down towards 0.85081 and 0.84844. Now, how do we actually trade? Even if I show you it on the H4, right here, if you see, there is one thing, and we can obviously pay very close attention to it. This there will be in the upcoming week a specific type of trade opportunity, that if this break it retest, and the market then will be continued to 0.85081, so that will be the selling opportunity. And the buying opportunity, if I show you, definitely this particular zone, we have got an ABCD pattern completion. Let me show you like this, so that you guys understand it very well. Now remember everyone, if you are skipping this video, and if you don't understand the plans, then I think you are missing a lot, and then you may not be able to understand these plans very nicely. So I highly request you to understand these plans by watching the video completely. And if you like my content, definitely give me a thumbs up. It doesn't cost you anything, but it gives me a very strong feedback that okay, someone out there are taking benefit of the analysis. As I know you are sending me messages on my WhatsApp number, telling me that this much money you are making, this much improvement my analysis is bringing in your trading, this much positivity it brings in your trading. Thank you so much for that. But definitely, if you can give me a thumbs up, the new audience know that these analyses are definitely going to be super beneficial for them. So on this side of the market, obviously, I assume that the market will be mostly trading between 0.86421 and 0.85724 if the market was very low, and 0.85081 is going to be the master level where I will be looking for a buy opportunity. Now if we see, definitely these bulls, if I show you, they are clearly, even another smaller ABCD pattern is developed right here, and forex is nothing but just the harmonic patterns, and both of them are pointing towards the top. So maybe if anyone is still holding the sell position, they will be stopped near 0.8641. Now that can be a spike out as well, and then the market can drop. So this can be obviously one situation in the market. There are a lot of situation market, if mostly driven on the M15 M30 H1. I will be updating my members about that as well on the WhatsApp. Pound US dollar, pretty much I have discussed the previous stuff. Now it is almost ready for a buy, but definitely I will need Monday, Tuesday to show some support right here, because if you see, this is a supply area. This is not yet a verified support, but since the week closed and we have got a very nice weekly close candle, now I can assume that this particular structure and obviously this previous bullish trend that I have discussed in the last video, it is also with us right here, and it will be playing a very good role if there are any sort of bulls in the market, because this is clearly a supply area in my point of view. Now if the market break this particular structure, even break the trend line as well, and if it go back to 1.30 right here, then most likely the market is going to be dropping further. Now if I show you further this on the H4 right here, let's have a look at it. And on the H4, definitely this is going to be a very nice zone as well on Monday and Tuesday. And right here it can be an intraday zone. I definitely discuss the intraday and the H1 with on daily basis. So 1.30380 right here, that was supposed to be giving us a buying opportunity towards 1.32958, but we have to see, because let me show you this euro US dollar as well. And on the euro US dollar, if you see, market was supposed to take a bounce all the way from here towards 1.111, right? Last week I have discussed, but it did not did that. And right here, any buying decision I gave to the members, I have told them that just leave the position. This is now not our market. So most of the positions I left, this is just like 0.05. So I said, okay, let it go, and let put the stop loss below the wick of this particular candle. So as euro US dollar made this whole picture complicated, we all know that the euro and the pound move pretty much the same way in the longer run. So pound dollar, obviously it has given us that particular opportunity to take some buying decisions, but obviously big fishes have to kick out all of the bulls first of all, if in case the market is going to be bullish. On the H1, if you understand my particular strategy, I'm sure enough last week you must have got this particular trade from 61.8% retracement, and the trade must have got you 36 pips of profit. Personally right here, if I show you, this is going to be the completion level around I should say this previous zone right here near 1.30920. So further 29 pips, but obviously this is intraday, and the actual stuff will begin when we see some daily candles. But as far as, let me make myself very clear so that you guys can very nicely understand what I want to say, and that is, as far as the market is trading above 1.30380, it can be traded with the Fibonacci trading strategy very easily. 130 pips has gone nowhere. Then obviously this further 137 pips. But remember, if let's say someone is going to take this particular trade with a buying decision right here and with a stop loss this much, in that situation I will say just avoid this market for now, because if you are going to put 500 pips of stop loss, then why don't you wait for 1.26? This is market, and someday market has to come back down till this particular zone, because I ran all of the analysis previously, and you know, I know all of the levels. This is a buy level, so obviously if it fails, if a daily candle closes below this, then definitely the market is coming back down 400 pips. So in that situation, why not taking a risk of around 200-300 pips right here and target for 403 pips. But remember, my friends, right here I want to tell you one thing, and that is everything requires patience, right? If you are impatient, if you cannot trade sophisticatedly, then I will highly recommend, please try to focus on the learning. And what one thing I have observed, even with the members that who pay me for these analysis, I have observed that most of the clients, they also, not just the audience, they skipping. Why skipping the video occurs right here? Why? If someone is going to skip the video, he's not going to understand the plan. Remember everyone, for my own memory, you will not you should look at this. Someday I will be showing these plans with all of you. I take such plans with me, the weekly ones, and throughout the week I follow them. I look at the level and I see, okay, if this is a sell level, if this is a buy level, what type of level is this, so that I can trade. So if you are skipping the video and if you don't give proper attention to the levels, it's not going to work for you. So same right here, when I personally took this particular trade right here, if you see, it was giving me around 43 pips. Then I said, this is just 0.05, let it go. Even if it is negative, at least I will have something that I can say that I'm holding something, right? And the best part is when we wait for the market. Whenever we wait for the market, believe me, I can write it down. Whenever you wait for the market, it will be always giving you your desired trade opportunity. Remember, my friends, okay? So on the euro dollar, pretty much I will just wait for this stop loss to hit, and then this is a downward rally, 98 pips. I'm also not interested in selling the market. Then I definitely will be waiting for some sort of structure that I can, if I can get on a daily time frame, I will be taking that. But for now, I'm biased toward the buy, since I'm holding obviously a buy position, and then a sell from there. But if this plan fails, obviously no problem, I can make some other plans. Now, since this market has made the image a little bit blurry, so I want to draw your attention to some specific levels, right? And why it is not respecting those levels. If you see, there is still, let's have a look at this particular trend line. And this trend line, if I show you, we have to find out, right? This is a technique you definitely need to learn. So we have to find out that, okay, with how much volume this particular trend line is closed. Let's say if it closes with a candlestick like this, I would say, okay, this is a proper breakout. But there were very tiny sellers. Let me show you these sellers, who were they and how were they. So let's study their behavior a little bit, and I will show you maximum it will be Fibonacci. But just for your understanding and for your learning, I'm going to show you this whole zone, that okay, what type of traders we have seen in the previous week. And that's some sort of a technique that all I highly recommend everyone to focus on. So last week, if I show you, let me quickly turn on the period separator so that it will be very easy for us. Now, okay, 1, 2 and 3. So the market started all the way from 4, 5. So right here, let me adjust it right here, and I'm going to show it to you on the 15-minute. Then most of you say we cannot trade with the Fibonacci. Well, see, these are very simple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. It should be fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, that's fine. So it is now the previous week, and what type of traders gave us this particular breakout? Let's first study them. That what type of traders were they, and I will be showing you that how it could be achievable with the intraday Fibonacci stuff right here. So till here, when it gave intraday, traders made 43 pips right here. When this particular breakout occurred, see how tiny candles and tiny stories these were right here. Just have a look at it. When markets tried to close below this particular trend line, if you were an intraday trader, since I knew that it gave me a break and it gave me a retest. First, I was away from the market. Secondly, this was a long-term trade. But if it was an intraday trade, I would immediately close it and I would say, okay, this is a breakout, this is a retest, let me take a sell, because still here the margin was there. Last week I have discussed this particular situation. So yes, euro US dollar, well, let's see for some sort of structure during this process. It may stop me out, but obviously I have no control over that, so I definitely have to accept that. Moving on to the dollar yen, so let me move it right here. Okay, the dollar yen and the dollar CHF have something similar going on, where the dollar CHF gave very fantastic profits to the sell side of the market last week as expected. It also gave, but only not this one, but this one obviously was tradable. Now same situation right here, it spent the week right here. So first thing, and that is maybe the next week can be very slow, and we can say that we will assume that the market is ranging, but obviously the long term, and that is 144 I'm looking for, I will be taking a buy. For the sell, I am just counter trend trader. Now, if you don't understand the counter trend trader, let me know in the comment section down below so that I can guide you further about it. So this is the dollar yen, and it also closed below. So unless it is trading below 149.378, it can be traded on a daily basis in the upcoming week on a intraday M15, M30, H1 charts to the sell side of the market. Though there will be one thing, and that you should keep in your mind, and that is this 15-minute chart. So 15-minute chart, there was obviously this, just like I have told you that it doesn't, the fundamental activity you see right here, it was almost like 118 pips right here. But just like as I tell you most of the time, is that fundamentals don't decide my short-term direction, and weekly I should say is a short-term. There are traders, remember my friend, there are traders who are holding trades for years and years, for months and months, my special members. So they are holding it. Some are the hedgers as well. So we know the long term by the news, and these are the news which can drive the market crazy at certain points. So on the M15, if we see, it is trading above, and definitely it should show something bullish to the top side of the market, just like the dollar CHF is showing at the moment. But I have nothing to say about it, right? Because most of you, I just closed 631 pips. So even if I'm going to take a trade with 150 pips of 150 pips or 200 pips of stop loss, it should not cause me any harm, because I made already the profit, and I'm covering this trade all the way from that profit. There are some trades that I took whenever I randomly scalp in the market, and I in bits and PC 5 pips, 6 pips, 10 pips, 9 pips during the week when I trade, and when I gather it and it becomes 120, against that 120 I take a very big and sound and fantastic trading opportunity that gives me 350 pips. How? By just following these particular levels, my friends. Okay, and my own methodology of the Fibonacci system. So let's see, intraday still will be bearish. Otherwise, let's see the market, if it gives me a breakout, then I'm already having a bullish opinion towards 153. Now you will be confused that, hey Aftab, you are saying market is going to drop. Remember my friends, this is a strategy, right? And in this strategy, this is a sell zone on the H4, H1, M15. Those who are the daily traders, maybe they are still thinking, okay, if the market get back down 600 pips, we are going to close this particular position that we are holding as a buy. And you know, they already made fantastic sells from the here, so the stop losses they put also covers from this particular profit. So for them, this is not a problem at all, right? So pound dollar is done, euro dollar is done, Aussie US dollar I didn't discuss last week right here. I'm running out of time as well, and I have to discuss gold. So let me go very quickly right here. Today I just only want to find the levels, and I will discuss it next week. So first I want to see it, okay, what it's going to do next, right? This is an important thing in the market. On the weekly, okay, it's nicely, very nicely trending up. Fantastic. The daily time frame, let's have a look at it. Wow, that is a very fantastic market at this particular moment. But for that, I definitely have to study this particular story, and let's see where is the completion point. So the completion point obviously is going to be right here. Let's see if on the weekly or somewhere we have, oh fantastic, at this particular zone we have a previous resistance zone, or supply, I should say, supply and resistance zones both at the same time. So whenever it drops, it will be a fantastic sell opportunity towards right here first. This place I should be looking for 0.68556. Upon confirmation, this will be one trade opportunity, right? And the market should look something like this when you will be looking at this particular opportunity like this, as you see, right? So it should look something like this at the moment, and it should show something like this. Now if I go further on the H4, I can find you some good other opportunities as well, but obviously if it continue back down, a tiny stop loss, and it will be coming back 214 pips to the downside of the market. This is also a very fantastic support, so let me mark it. Next week I will see what it's going to do, and then I will take a proper story out of the Aussie US dollar CAD. If you see, it just broke a Fibonacci level, and I just want to say that there is a blurry image, so let's just leave it. Crude oil, well, let me quickly check how much time. Oh, I'm already 26 minutes. New Zealand US dollar is left, crude oil is left. If you give me proper comments, I definitely will be discussing them as well. So let's have a look at the gold US dollar very quickly, and I'm going to give you an analysis. Last week I couldn't give you analysis, and this week the analysis is also a bit late because in my country there is no internet at all, right? This internet is sort of like a borrowed sort of VPN type of internet, otherwise there is no cellular network as well, right? So complete black market, or black cellular, right? Whatever. Anyways, moving on to the gold US dollar, well, fantastically it played very nicely right here. You will know in the previous forecast, what did I say? 25.95. Just check out my previous video, how much profit then we made from that particular trade. Just have a look at it. 2600 was the actual buying zone. 2600 stop was around 200 pips for this one. Is it bad? 572 pips it's giving you, and still there is one buying opportunity, but a bit difficult, right? I cannot say anything about it at this particular stage, but obviously if you see this particular zone right here, there is a Fibonacci broken, there is a resistance up there as well, supply level as well right here. So well, yes, let's see, it is standing at a bearish point, but let's see how do we get it, because at these particular candles I cannot decide anything. Daily is also very strong bullish, so there is a dip possible for around 250 pips. Otherwise this gold US dollar shows me this, my friends. So if it shows me this, then 2683, I think it is going further, and it can also go further to 2739 this time. For that, the market has to break this particular structure. I will make a very special video on the structure if you give me proper feedback. So on the gold, we have seen very fantastic bulls right here, but either a very fantastic sell from 2683, or the market has gone to 2740. Right, my friends, and obviously this is the ABCD pattern at this particular moment on this gold US dollar. Now everyone, how was the analysis? Just let me know in the comment section down below. I hope you will take a lot of benefit from this particular these particular trading opportunities for learning purposes. This is my WhatsApp number. Any of my brother out there who is having difficulty in understanding the markets, the market structures, hard to find the trend lines, or they get some sort of puzzle and just can't decide the direction. So if you are someone like that, and if you have tried several years, several months, but nothing is coming out of this forex stuff, then do contact me. Maybe I can do something for you, right? Maybe I can be that reason of making you profitable. Might be a I can become a source of your profitability. So do contact me on the WhatsApp number. I will guide you further what type of services I offer. Right? This is it for the week, guys. I will see you in the next episode. Till then, I hope you guys make lots and lots of profit. Give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you next week. Till then, goodbye and take care.